As far as the rest of the holidays were concerned for me, I went shopping yesterday, got some kecks, that's panties to those of you in the Americas, or knickers to those of you from the UK like myself, and these are the shoes. MK1, tenner, and I love them. I just got them because I thought they'd go with one of my favourite dresses. And some of you will probably have noticed that the surroundings for this blog are totally different to the surroundings for my previous blog, and the reason for that is because I am at home in my bedroom rather than at my uni room, which is where I usually post them. Sorry. Anyway, behind me you can see my bedside table with my stereo on it, and my bed with a ton of junk, which I don't think you can see on it, but there we go. And my room is usually, at minimum, this messy. It has been known to be even worse on quite a few occasions. Excuse me, getting uncomfortable like that. Right. I've got a couple of problems, to be honest. Only minor ones, but even so they kind of worry me. 'Cause I was meant to get a banker's draft for my dad, pay him back some of my tuition fees and stuff. Sorry. I was meant to pay him back some of my tuition fees with a banker's draft, as I don't have a checkbook for my account. But when I went in, I got told I needed my passport. And I was like, oh, okay, I'll go back and get it. But a few days later, while I'm out shopping, I put my passport in a carrier bag and then throw it in the bin. Yes, I know, that's incredibly stupid of me, but there we are. So, I need to get a new passport. But I need to get a counter signature for one of my photos and for the form itself. And I won't be able to do that till about the 3rd of January or something like that. Or whenever it is my local library decides to open again. I bloody hope it's over the holidays. It should well be anyway. And passports take 3 whole weeks to be delivered and processed and all that shit. Also, in case you're wondering why I've had my head down for quite a lot of this, it's because this time round I've decided to give myself a script, because I guess you were fed up of me going, anyway, I think you've gathered, etc, etc. I've got another movie in progress. To be honest, I think it's kind of shit, but there we go. And I also have several other movies running through my head, but I've yet to get those put into paper and put into practice. And I said earlier I was going to tell you about the rest of my holidays, so I am indeed going to do that. Went home on the 15th, was around my dad's over the weekend of the 15th to the 17th. Visited EP on the 18th, and she did a final little bit of Christmas shopping, and she bought some birthday and Christmas stuff for Esther because it was her birthday on the 19th. On the 19th, EP, myself, Esther, and a few of Esther's friends went down to one of her friends' unis to stay the night, and we were going to go out clubbing in Brighton, but we had a fair few drinks beforehand, and after we went to a pub, which was where we were going to go before we went clubbing, we were all feeling horrendous. Well, actually, no. Not all of us. But I sure as hell wasn't. I was angry as hell for some reason. Anyway, I seem to remember puking at one stage and afterwards sobbing very loudly. And whenever people were asking me I was fine, I'd be like, I'm fine, for fuck's sakes! And, it was a good night, if rather drunken. And on the 20th, we just chilled out at the uni, had fry up for brekkie and watched Practical Magic, which is a really good film, by the way. And on the 19th, I forgot to mention that we watched Wedding Crashers, which, in my opinion, is a forgettable piece of poo. Although Owen Wilson does liven things up a bit. He's quite sweet. And to be honest, I can't remember what happened between the 20th and the 23rd. Oddly enough, not because of alcohol. For once. And I think I showed off my shoes. Anyway, in case you're wondering what I'm on about, I went shopping on the 30th, and I'm holding a shoe. Yes, I did tell you about it. Never mind. Kind of speaking of shoes, though, this is gonna sound really, really weird and slutty, but since about November, I've wanted a pair of strippers' heels. You know, the ones with the clear soles. And the really weird thing is that all the magazines are talking about strippers' heels being in vogue for this season and next season. So I'm going to have to save up quite a few pennies, because being a student, I'm not exactly at my wealthiest, you know. But yeah. By the way, I'm not really that much of a slut, to be honest. I mean, I don't go sleeping around. Well, certainly not after MKM, but yeah. A little final note to those of you, I'm not naming any names, but I can think of at least 2, maybe 3 people, but there'll be more. Anyway, I'd just like to say a great big fuck you to those of you who have said my movies are shit. I don't care too much about the quality of them. Well, I do, but what I mean is I'm going to carry on making them regardless of how shit you think they are. So there. Anyway, to them and the rest of you, hope you have a very happy new year. Bye bye now, and look out for my next movie and or blog in 2007.